Welcome to Real Talk, the podcast that explores the important issues impacting people's mental well-being and daily life. Today we will be interviewing our host Script Singer about her new single, I Don't Wanna Be, coming out on YouTube on August 28th. It will be available on streaming platforms starting September 5th. I am here with my co-host, Ellie.
Hello.
All right, let's jump into it. I didn't really write that properly, but whatever. It's good enough.
It is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
S-O-C-K-S.
What?
S-O-C-K-S.
What?
It is what it is, but Spanish.
You know I don't know much Spanish.
Sucks for you!
Oh, boy.
I don't know much Spanish either. I just know simple phrases.
I only know very little retail conversation, and even then I suck at it. All right.
You heard me. I had the most American accent ever.
No hablo español. How's that? Can you tell I'm a Utahn?
Yep.
Anyway.
I can't even roll my R's, man.
Por favor. I kind of flick my tongue when I do it, so.
Por favor.
Let's stop getting distracted, Ellie. This isn't unscripted.
Fine.
All right. Do you mind doing the questions, or?
I can do questions.
Okay. Here, let me, just in case.
All right. Question 1. What was the moment or spark that triggered this song?
For me, it was, I don't know why I opened it like that. The moment that really sparked the song is when my mother, my amazing mother, I love her dearly, but she can be a pain in the butt sometimes. In a good manner. I don't know if I'm saying this right. But anyway, she has spent pretty much all my life helping me with my autism.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, especially in recent years, it makes me kind of feel like a burden toward her.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm going to save this part for a later question later, but in case I don't mention it, but I'm going to briefly say it. Originally this was going to be an EP, and there was going to be 6 songs, and each song was like Burden, Worthless, Scars and All, my single for my boyfriend, was in it originally. I don't remember all the names though. Anyway, we'll talk more about it later if that comes up. But yeah, it just basically made me want to write a song for my mother saying, hey, I don't feel like I said this wrong. I feel like I'm just a burden because of this.
Okay. If this song were a scene from a movie, or you were doing a official dance video to it, what would be happening visually?
You edited that one, didn't you?
I sure did.
Yeah, I know that look. Anyway, so you said if it was a video or a dance, what would be happening?
If you were doing a music video to it.
I do plan to make a music video of it, but it's always hard to plan those because depending on the lyrics, it can be tricky. But for me, why do I keep saying that? I would probably picture a tireless, because I also want this to be inclusive too, because I feel like a burden because of my disability. And I know some people might feel the same. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying some might feel the same way as I do. So I would probably picture a person who, what's the word? I want to say it's their anchor. It's like the one person that the advocate. It's their advocate. So their advocate is basically tired and trying to keep up with the disabled person. I'm just going to say that for simplicity. I don't mean it as an insult or anything. So like, for example, I picture my mom tirelessly working on trying to get me on disability SSI and stuff. And basically me just kind of off to the side hiding a bit in a way. Not like hiding, but like hovering maybe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah. But like throughout the video it's like I don't want to be I don't trying to remember the lyrics. I should have pulled up my phone too. But yeah, we could probably get more into it as we go on with the questions. So
yeah.
What's the next question? Blech, English.
Is the narrator of this song strictly you, or are you stepping into a specific character's shoes?
I'd say it's probably specifically me. I do try to make it inclusive, like I said earlier. But typically it's going off of my own experience and my own feelings of how I felt.
Okay. What was the absolute hardest hurdle to clear in producing this song?
I'm sorry, what?
What was the absolute hardest hurdle to clear in producing this song?
In recording? Sorry, I keep spacing out. Hang on. Okay, what was the absolute hardest hurdle? Probably getting the right emotion and remembering not to use what was it that I struggled with in the studio? Do you remember when it was like I was singing from, was it my throat or my chest that I was struggling with? It was my throat, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you were pretty whiny.
Yeah.
During a lot of.
Yeah, I don't quite know how to belt yet, at least properly. So I struggled with that a bit. So that was probably one of the biggest hurdles, I think.
All right. What was the easiest part of recording the song?
That's a tricky one, because I'd say, because I remember when we were in the studio together, we would read the lyrics line by line. And like once we would do that, it would kind of help me visualize. But I'd probably say the outro would have probably been the best one. What was the question again? Making sure I'm saying this right.
The easiest part of recording.
Yeah, I'd say the outro, because I'm gonna read a part of the outro actually. And I'm sorry for the burden that I bring. If I could be less, I'd give you everything, but I'm only me. And that just really sticks out to me because that's it's how I wrote it. I don't know how else to say it very well.
Okay. Can you still hear any happy accidents or mistakes in the final master that you decided to keep?
I don't remember much, but I do remember some of them were probably like a little. I know I probably had some tiny parts where I was a little off key or something, but actually, I know how to answer this question. Yes, there were a few times where I didn't sing it correctly, but I wanted it to be perfectly imperfect. I think that's how you phrased it with me, right? Yeah, because I want the song, like when I was making the cover art, I tried to get very little help as best as I could, but also like make sure it still looked good.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to burden anybody with it, to kind of like go with the message. So, I think I lost my train of thought. But yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the lyrics of the song. Everybody's wondering, did the lyrics come first, or did you start with a melody and chord progression?
I believe I started with the lyrics first. That's typically how I like to write my songs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how I do my process, so
Yeah.
it's just not everybody's open to that process, so I have to be careful with how I do it. But yeah, typically I do start with the lyrics.
Okay. Um, were there any verses or lyrics that you absolutely loved but had to cut to keep the song moving?
There weren't really any lyrics that I remember I had to cut, but I do remember, like I said earlier, I did originally want this to be an EP.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was originally not including I Don't Want to Be, it was going to be 5 songs total. Well, total it was 6 songs, but 5 songs would be so I Don't Want to Be was basically like a summary of each song.
Right.
That's how I usually like to do my EPs, is I like to do them as like summaries of each song, or like
Yeah.
have one song be a summary of all the songs together.
Mm-hmm.
And it just wasn't feeling right, because I remember I showed you the original demo, and especially with the line "scars and all," where I
Mm-hmm.
think it was like "I want you to love me, scars and all" or something, and it just didn't fit properly because "scars and all" is more about my relationship with my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I just decided to rewrite the whole thing, but I still kept some of the original draft, but changed it up a bit.
Okay. So, my favorite line of this song is you pretend that it's okay, but I know it's getting old. I wish I could heal the wounds instead of leaving you cold. Could you talk some more about what that means? What sort of emotions went into that specific line?
With this one's a little tricky. So you pretend that it's okay is like mom basically saying, "It's fine, I'll take care of it. I can do this. You can't do this because you're not," how do I say it? I want to say competent, but that's not the right word. You're not cap no, capable doesn't sound right either. Um Level of knowledge, I guess, isn't able you're not able to do this with your level of knowledge and experience, is how mom would put it. Like she says it's okay, but I know she's saying that despite she's tired of it. And then the second line, "I wish I could heal the wounds instead of leaving you cold." That one's a little tricky too, but it's like, give me a second to think.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could basically like make things better and easier on her. Like I want to help her with SSI. It's just hard cuz I like I said a minute ago, I don't quite have the mental knowledge, well not mental knowledge, the experience of that.
Right.
So yeah.
Let's talk about this EP you keep mentioning. What made you decide to make I Don't Want to Be a Single instead? Amber!
It's the mailman. I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, you did. Let's talk about this EP you keep mentioning. What made you decide to make I Don't Want to Be a Single instead?
It just felt like it was better served in one story basically, because I think of songs as stories in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And basically I lost my train of thought. Hang on, let me reboot. um the reason why I just felt like it would be better as a single, because it just it didn't quite feel right. Plus I couldn't find a certain set of songs that felt right to make it all come together.
Right.
So that's another reason why I decided to make it a single. So
Are any of these other cut songs from this EP going to come out in the future?
I haven't thought about that actually. I might make like little sequels to this single. Because I do like the original ideas, especially with Worthless, Burden, I can't quite remember all of them. I only remember the 3, and there's like a total of 6 of them. But
right,
yeah. But I actually might consider making sequel singles, if that makes sense.
all right. And you keep mentioning that Stars and All is your relationship with your boyfriend. Do you want to expand on that?
A little bit, yeah. If I start rambling a bit, give me a signal.
Of course.
But with that one, he is really the main reason why I'm still here. Because he makes me want to actually have a better life. And he actually does help me understand that I'm more than my autism in some ways. Because like sometimes I forget that because I have a handicap in a way, it's hard for me to remember that for example, there was one time when I was in senior year, I went to Nashville and I was at the Grand Ole Opry. I forget how to pronounce it. I was at the performance hall thing. And they had like a little concession thing, I think, for food. I don't remember. I just remembered I was buying something. And the first thing I said to the cashier was, "Sorry, I have autism." And he says, "Oh, don't apologize for being who you are."
Right.
And like sometimes when I'm with my boyfriend, I'm like, "Sorry, I have autism," or "Sorry, I'm picky." And he's like, "You don't have to say that."
Right.
So yeah, but the thing is, Mom has, I know she means well, and she's always, tried her best. It's just sometimes she kind of engraves? Is that the right word? Ingrains, thank you. Certain habits or routines into my brain. Okay, so where should we take the interview now?
You said you wanted to do some lyric analysis.
I also do have a little preview to play in a minute, so I don't know which one.
Let's play the preview first, and then we can do some lyric analysis from the preview.
Okay. I don't wanna be the reason that you break. Don't wanna be the wave you're forced to take. I feel worthless, out of place, a burden you can't erase. Sorry for the darkness, for every risk you take. You gave your all, you gave so much more, and all I do is take what am I worth it for? I wish I could be easy, I wish I could just see a way to be less happy, but I'm only counting every flaw and failing. I guess that was the second chorus, actually.
Yeah.
My bad. It's been a while since I've edited the file.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, is there anything you want to add to that, or should we just jump into the lyric analysis?
Let's just jump into the lyric analysis.
Okay. All right, verse 1. I was
thinking do lyric analysis from the demo that you just.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the first line, I don't want to be the reason that you break. Tell me about it. What's the emotion and what's the meaning behind it?
I'm trying to think of how to phrase this carefully because I don't want to sound insensitive or something. So I don't want to be the reason that you break. Basically, is I don't want Mom to feel like she can't fail in a way. Not necessarily fail, but yeah, actually fail. Feel like she's failed me. Because I don't want her to feel like that, Yeah.
I mean, we all want that for our family, right?
Exactly.
Don't want to be the weight you're forced to take.
I don't want to be a weight on her. Like, I don't want to be baggage on her shoulders.
Right. I feel worthless, out of place, a burden you can't erase.
I feel like I described. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to drop your water. Yeah, this one, it's kind of self-explanatory to me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I feel worthless because I can't help you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the darkness, for every risk you take. You gave your world, you gave up so much more.
I'm sorry for the darkness, for every risk you take is basically the rocky road of my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have been hospitalized at least 9 or 10 times.
Right.
And that's been a little, I can imagine, and I don't want to assume, but I can imagine it's been hard on my mom, especially my father. But especially on mom, because she is technically my caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I mean the financial burden too.
Yes, financial, definitely. What was the second line? You gave your world, you gave up so much more, right?
Mm-hmm.
She basically had to quit her job because of me in middle school, when I was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would constantly email her with my school iPad saying I don't feel well.
Right.
So, and one way she phrases it is I'm her full-time job.
Yeah.
Which kind of hurts sometimes, but eh.
It is what it is. And all I do is take. What am I worth it for?
All I do is take pretty much is, it was just the chat message.
The Nightbot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are we? All I do is take?
Yes.
All I do is take was, I lost my train of thought. It's basically, she does stuff for me and I feel like I don't do enough to her for her in return.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what's worth it then?
Right.
Why bother?
I wish I could be easy. I wish I could just see a way to be less happy.
That one is a little self-explanatory, at least to me as well, but
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could be like easier on my mom, or things could be easier and less troubling.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I could see things through her eyes as well, because as an autistic, it's like kind of hard for me to see through other people's eyes sometimes.
Yeah.
Because the way mom puts it, I can't remember. We don't like this term, and I can't quite remember how we said it. But she says I have narcissistic tendencies or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like the negative kind. It's just I tend to be kind of focused on myself sometimes.
You're a little self-centered.
Self-centered, thank you. I think that's the word we used for it instead.
Mm-hmm.
And then a way to be less heavy is just pretty much like, less of a burden.
All right. And we got a little bit of this in the demo, but I'm going to go a little bit beyond.
Okay.
Counting every flaw and failing, wishing I could disappear.
That one really sticks out to me a lot, because that's like me counting every single thing I don't like about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And failing to do things a certain way. So I kind of wish I could just disappear from it, like disappear from the world.
Yeah. If love was measured by the pain, I'd vanish year by year.
This was kind of a tricky line in the studio too, I think, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way I wrote the lyrics, I wish I took notes while I was writing the lyrics, but I forgot.
Yeah.
If love was measured by the pain, I'd vanish year by year. Do you remember how we phrased this one when we were recording? Because I remember there was something that stuck out kind of, but I can't remember it.
I can't either.
It's okay. Okay, let me think. If love was measured, right?
Yeah.
This one kind of makes me feel like if love was actually pain, then I would be gone every year. In simple terms, I think, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you feel like you'd be slowly fading away.
Yeah.
All I am is always trailing, never close, never near. I'm sorry for the wait you always find here.
I feel like this one is kind of like I'm always kind of hovering over her for always
Mhm.
trailing. Like I'm always like behind her and she's in front of me taking care of things.
Like you're still a duckling.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then never close, never near is kind of like where we're like, because sometimes when we butt heads,
Mm-hmm.
and where we're like, sometimes we need space, sometimes we don't, and it's hard to find out what that is, or like the happy medium.
Right.
Um,
It's hard to tell when you want to be close and when you want to be away.
yeah. And then I'm sorry for the wait you always find here is basically just me saying sorry for everything I've done.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think that's all I've got.
All right.
Anything you want to add?
It's streaming on September 5th on I think most platforms. I know it's going to be streaming on Spotify and YouTube and most likely Amazon Music and I think Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I turned towards you for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up, I guess.
All right.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to remember how to do the outros now because I have
Mm-hmm.
a specific way of doing it. This episode's quote is, "Every storm runs out of rain." Thank you for listening to Real Talk. Remember, taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body. You are not alone on this journey, and we are grateful you chose to spend your time with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Until next time, be kind to yourself.